How's it going, everybody? Perfect time for a video on servicing the swimming pool and what you should do when it's lightning and thundering and rain outside. What you should do and what you should not do to service the swimming pool. Coming up right now. Whew. All right. So, what you should do and what you should not do when servicing the swimming pool. When it's extreme heavy rain, thundering and lightning, it's a no-go. Right out the back, you cannot service the pool. And I'm one that I don't like. You know, I try every attempt to service a swimming pool. But here are some things that maybe you should get for yourself in order to be able to do something on the swimming pool, because you're not going to be able to clean it. Number one, excuse me, get a raincoat. Get a good one that's not going to leak on you. One that's relatively long if it's your, fits how they have the long trench coat ones, or you have the regular ones. I think it's North Face, the one that I have. I've had it for a few years, but a good raincoat. What I found is sometimes when you have this is over here and you don't have a hat on, it completely covers your face. So have a regular baseball cap, and that way the lid will stop right there on the top. That way, see, stops right there where you're able to see where you're running, because you will be running in and out. Second thing that you're gonna need to do is hopefully you know your chemistry from the week before, what you put in for the week before. Most service swimming pools, once you get the pools on a routine, then you once a month you're adding the alkalinity, the bicarb to the pool to raise the alkalinity. The other week you're adding calcium or pH or whatever the case is to the swimming pool. In situations like this, we're here in South Florida. This is the beginning of our rainy season. We had a tropical storm that pushed through last week. The beginning stages of it, I think it was like a depression that already pushed through. So this is it. This is the way that it is. Let me show you the front of how it's looking for us. Right now it's completely gray skies all over the place. Everywhere there's thunder and lightning in the air, and we can't service pools under this condition. Number one, you can't see the pool. And I'm going to flip this around real quick. So number one, you're not going to be able to see on the bottom of the pool. Number two, when there's lightning and thunder in the air, having that pole or grabbing your cart or whatever, you're an object for a lightning strike, and no pool is worth your life. So don't risk it. I've tried in the past and I was very scared at one point where lightning was striking very, very close to me, where I just don't chance it anymore. So what you're gonna need to do is third step is first is have a good rain gear. Second, know your chemistry from the week before. That way that you're gonna know what the pool's gonna need. Like I know, prime example, if last week I added alkalinity to the pool to raise up the bicarb, the pH is gonna follow that and rise up as well. So I'm gonna need to add acid pH to bring it down. If it's a chlorine pool, this type of rain that we're getting, jump the whole 2.5 jugs. No questions asked. There's no testing. That's why you gotta know what you were the week before. Hopefully you weren't zeroed out. If you were, then and that pool was zeroed out, carry a jug and a half. Carry 3.5, 4 gallons to the pool. So know your chemistry before, and then you got to run in and just dump the chemicals. On salt pools, what I try to do is I try to check the equipment, make sure that I'm within ranges of the salt. Given that I can cover the system and not allow the system to have any rain that drops inside of the box. But I quickly glance at it. If it was a Hayward one, look at the front display, see what for the following week. and then readjust the salt if you need be. If it's under, I would say if it's anything under 3,000 parts per million, run back to their truck, grab a bag, and just drop it in the pool. Spread it around and drop it in the pool. Something is better than nothing, because you don't want that pool to go green on you. It's bad enough that we're not able to be servicing the swimming pool, so the following week the pools will be more dirtier, or just have the remaining dirt from the following week. But do whatever you can. If you're able to, grab a basket, check the baskets real quick. If it's really, really dirty, take it and dump it. I mean, we're getting rained on anyway. Take that extra step just to ensure that you try to keep the pool cleaner. So that's that. Add the chemicals to the swimming pool. No cleaning, no brushing, no net, no testing of chemicals. That's why you gotta know your chemicals from before. Next thing that you want to do is, for the clients, and hopefully you're not going to be doing this through your whole entire route. If you have 20, let's say you have 10, 15, 20 accounts, you're not going to be going through all 20 accounts doing this. We call this in the industry splash and dash. I don't like doing it. Fourth thing that you should need, very key, probably one that should be number one, or number two, actually, it should be number two. Have yourself an app on your phone, a weather app that can pinpoint exactly where you are, and you actually can see the radar. Here in South Florida, we have what we call Channel 7 News. It's a WSVN weather app. I like it a lot because it actually can show me, I can zoom into wherever I'm actually located, and I can see the weather storm. I can play it, and they have a clip of, let's say, the last 15-20 minutes of them recording the weather storm that's been pushing through, and I can see how the system is moving. That kind of gives you a really good idea on if I'm able to service the pool, if I can wait it out 5-10 minutes, 15 minutes, to see if I'm able to find the system to push out, and that way I'm able to service the pool. I will do that. If you're able to do that, and you're ethical person, and this is your business, even if it's not your business, and you're working for somebody, have a weather app. This goes for even service techs. Have your own weather app. Have your own rain gear. That way you can check things out and do things the right way. Because if you're able to wait 5-10 minutes, then that way you're able to do the pool. Maybe the client won't notice. No one's gonna sit there and pat you on the back, but you know that you did the right thing. So don't just go splash and dash in every pool because you're able to, and because you want to take advantage of the situation. Some people will. I don't do that. So that's that. So have a weather app with you. And last thing that you should do is, obviously, if you're the owner and you have the contact list, and you're the owner of the company, contact your clients, the ones that you were not able to service. Contact them within the time of you doing the service of the pool, or within you trying to get through. Contact them, let them know, hey, listen, when they was not able to do the pool, it's thunderstorm, lightning right now. Better to do it once you leave the pool. That way they're getting it, and they can actually look outside or be wherever they're at, and they know that what you're saying is truthful. CYA, and no, not the chemical. Cover your ass. Make sure that the client knows you're in communication with them. So that's step 5. So I'm gonna run through them again. Number 1, have your own rain gear. Something that's really good is gonna protect yourself. Rain gear, waterproof boots, shoes. That way, because you're gonna be running through big puddles. Number 2, have a weather app for your mobile device, your phone, so that you're able to gauge the system and be able to tell if it's going to push out or if it's going to be just massive for an hour or more. You can't wait that long to do a service on an account. Number 3, know your chemicals from before, the week before. Come into the pool and put the chemicals that the pool is going to need. Alkalinity was a week before, you're going to have to drop pH. Drop your pH a normal amount, or a little bit more than what you would. And if it's a chlorine pool, dump the whole 2.5 jugs. Obviously, this goes for an average size pool, 15,000 gallons or under. If it's more, you got to add more. Your normal dosage because the rain isn't going to last the whole entire day. And make sure that you have, hopefully you know that you have stabilizers in the pool that's going to hold that chlorine in there. Number 4, no equipment, no testing. You're not going to risk your life to clean the pool because your client is not going to, again, they may or they may not notice, but it's not risk you getting injured and not being able to do service the following week. And number 5, you know, contact your client immediately and let them know that you weren't able to service the pool for the, you know, the obvious reason. And hopefully this brings a little bit light into the pool industry, and for newcomers, for owners, pool owners that are brand new, or service techs that's working for a company. You know, do the right thing. If you're a service tech and you're encountering this issue, you know, contact your boss and let them know. I had to do a chemical only treatment because due to heavy rain and lightning on pool A, B, C, D. Here goes the addresses and here goes the customers' names, so the owner can go ahead and contact the company and let them know. If you have one of those digital ways of communicating with the client, if you have that type of services, you know, or leave a ticket at the client if you have those certain tickets where you're marking out rained out, heavy lightning, you know, leave those type of notifications to the customer. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully this brought a little bit of light and to how you should manage your route in heavy rain downpours. We've been on this video probably about like 10-11 minutes, probably even longer at this point. So thank you so much. I gotta go ahead and I'm gonna see, the weather's kind of clearing up now. I've only was able to I missed out on 4 counts, but it looks like from where I'm at, it looks like it's kind of dying down. So I'm gonna see if maybe I only have 2 remaining. I'm gonna try to do the right thing. I'm gonna hold off right here. I don't hear any more weather, thunderstorms, or I don't see any lightning in the air. So I'm gonna hold off, or I'm probably gonna be able just to go in there and this is a chemical brush netting stop anyway. It's not a full service. And my last one is a chemical only for the day. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully this brought a lot of insight into how you should manage your route when there's a huge rain in your neighborhood or in your area, and tips and tricks and things that you should do to get you through this time. Give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my page, and share this with somebody, another one of your texts. And if there's anything that I forgot, post your comments down below. Any questions, put your questions down below. I'll be sure to respond to them as soon as they come in, and hit that bell notification on every time that we upload a video. Like and subscribe to my page. Thank you. On to the next one. Peace. Okay, so nothing's always that easy, right? You send your notifications to your clients. Your boss does. I am a very small pool company. The service that I provide to my clients, I try my very best to deliver an outstanding service on each visit. Okay? You send your notifications to your clients, and some will say, thank you so much for, you know, notifying us. Stay safe. Again, we have 4 clients that we were not able to service the pool. Florida weather, South Florida weather. We're very close to Miami. We can say it, Miami weather. It could be on like 30, 40 an hour straight, and then it's gone. Sometimes it can rain 15, 20 minutes, like as if we have a hurricane coming. And you're like, oh my God, you don't even want to get out of the car or your vehicle. So you send notifications, hopefully to a select few from the day of your route. Some say, thank you so much for letting me know. Others will say, please schedule another visit within the same week. How do you handle that? Now, we run, especially when you have, I would say, anywhere between 80, 85 plus swimming pools on one single route and multiple routes. Okay? You have there's an amount of time during the whole entire day that you have to service each individual pool. Let's say on average you're between 20 to 25 minutes per pool if you're doing things right. Now somebody's gonna say, oh, I could do a pool in 10 minutes, vacuum full service. I can get done in 7 minutes. Okay, yeah, sure you can. Of course you can. You're not doing everything. Or you're skimping it, or you're like piecing it. So, a good swimming pool average cleaning service between 20 and 25 minutes on the average pool in the spa combo. Could have you, could be a little shorter, could be a little bit longer, but that's about the average. Okay? Around, if let's say for simple math, you're running about 100 pools on your route. Okay? So let's say for simple math, you have about 20 accounts per day. Okay? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. You multiply that by 20 minutes each account. Not even including any restroom breaks, lunch breaks, none of that. You're out there about 8 hours, easily. I work probably sometimes 12, 14-hour shifts for my route. But, so going back, your client says, please schedule another visit. Now, if you're like most routes, you're not in the same area from where that client's going to, where you service that client, that you were not able to perform the full service. You are not going to be in that same area. Typically, probably going to be in another city over, another county over, and you probably have a full day over there. So you may have one client that tells you when you're coming back. You may have two clients that tell you when you're coming back. Can you come back? A lot of times the answer is no. It's not our fault. It's not our fault that on that service day, at that specific time, that the weather broke loose. Now, I understand it on the client's, on the customer's point of view, right? On the customer's point of view, they're paying you for a service to clean your swimming pool. They're paying you money. Yes, you are. On our side, we waited. I mean, at least I know I waited. I had 2 accounts within the same community, 3 accounts within the same community, and before I even was able to do my thing with the rain, I waited 20 minutes. Can't wait. I had a phone call that came in. So I don't remember where we were at, but so the client calls you and says, when you coming back? Can you schedule me for another visit this week? A lot of times you can't schedule it. Like, we would want to, right? If we're able to, if we're, we do things ethical. If you're ethical, okay? We want to come back. A lot of times we can't come back. We're either in a county over or cities over that takes miles, it takes time, and our days are so stressed and compacted that we're not able to come back. Some companies, the bigger companies, they have, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 routes. They probably don't give a, what? They don't care. But when you're a very small company and maybe 1 or 2 routes, and your clients they're your bread and butter, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Put your comments down below. How would you handle this situation? Okay? How would you handle it? If you're relatively in the same area, like right now, okay, the rainstorm has passed. There's nothing whatsoever. What do you do? Do you go back, or do you say, Do you blow it off? Put your comments down below. How would you handle this situation? You're the pool owner, or you're the pool provider, the technician. You've either already notified the client of the situation and they sent you that message. Or if you're the pool tech and obviously you told your boss, and then the boss tells the client tells the boss that same thing. You as the pool boss, as a pool owner, do you tell your tech to go back? It's going to cost you time, gas, and paying that tech. Put your comments down below. I want to see what everybody says on this one. I came back. Okay, the pool that I just came back at. I'm going to tell you the reason why I came back to this pool. Number 1, I wasn't that far. Number 2, approximately about an hour has passed since I was there. I was still going around with my other accounts. And the 2 that I was left over, I was within 1.5 miles or so away from our house. The reason why I came back is because in her text message, she did mention to me that her pool had algae in it. There's a rather large pool, and I think that her pool is having issues right now with the salt system. And when I went there, I did notice it. So that's the reason why I came back to this account. She's a client of ours. She's a very, very great client of ours. And as all my clients are, and I try to take care of all my clients equally as much as possible. When there's an issue, I respond. So this wasn't the type of situation where you could just let it go. Again, if you care about your reputation and care about your business. So I came back to this pool. Now, this is always the catch-22. Now, I have other accounts in this same area. And here goes the catch-22. In the middle of cleaning this pool, bam! Rainstorm hits all over again. Now it was clear, and then it reformed itself. I got rained on, and the whole time in the back of my mind, all I kept thinking to myself was, and it's still raining back there where I just left. Couldn't let the other client have left and saw my truck there. I can't. So this would, it goes back to me saying that, it's not really it's not really good for 2 things, for a few different reasons. Number 1, we can't. I would say more than 90% of the time we can't. We try, if we're able to, we'll try to come back. I mean, especially, I would say I would try to move mountains, especially if the pool is having an issue, the pool was down, the pool's not circulating, and all those different circumstances. I would definitely come back. I will make it a point to come back. But if it may sound bad, but I'm sorry, but I've been doing service accounts for many years, and it doesn't work out. It never works out because yes, you want to tend to that client, yes, you want to service that pool, but do you do it risking other clients potentially not getting their swimming pool serviced on other days? Because now you're either in another county or another city miles away. When you have your route set up, you know how to run your thing, your day. So do you rush through the other days just to get back to this other one for a regular cleaning? I don't think it's fair. I don't want to say the word fair. I don't think that it's as much as it may sound bad, but I don't think it's right. I was there. I showed up. I was at your house. I waited 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, whatever the case was, to see if the storm would pass. I've done pools in the rain. Like in normal rain situations, and there's no lightning, no thunder, and it's a light rain, I get out. I clean the pool. 90% of my clients, they know that. They may not know that, but I tell them, look, I did the pool. Pool was raining, and again, some clients, they don't notice. Some clients, they do notice. Some clients, they notice and they take it and they tell you, thank you, or be safe. Or other clients tell you, don't do it in the rain. You have some clients that tell you, why are you doing my pool in the rain? Come back next week. It was not your fault, and it isn't our fault. It's not our fault. It's not our fault that on the day of the service, between the hour, at the precise moment that we show up to do your account and service your pool, that weather comes and we're not able to service it. I go back to say that we can't risk ourselves and our health for the cleaning of the swimming pool, because what happens if I get sick? Now I'm sick. That's going to prevent me from doing a good job. I possibly can't, what happens if I catch pneumonia? What happens if this to that, What happens if I get injured, on your property? So it doesn't warrant it. I think that, we just have to, as pool service providers, we have to, relay this to the client and let them know, and try to be as informative as possible, and let them know that we came to your pool, we added chemicals to your swimming pool, if we were able to clean out a basket because it wasn't that hard. Now if it's thundering like bah, 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 you can't do it. I mean, how can you expect me to clean your pool when it's thundering and lightning? I mean, client won't go outside if it's thundering and lightning, right? They won't go outside. They stay inside. So we're putting ourselves in a little bit of risk anyway, going to, getting out there and doing your pool. I mean, other companies say, they rained out, and it's not until the following week. That's really how it works. Cleaning doesn't really happen until the following week. We go in there, we add the chemicals in the pool to maintain it, and unfortunately, that's your visit. We can't service pools in extreme weather conditions, and on regular cleanings, like pools that have no issues, and as much as you walk in and like all the other pools, I know there was no issues with the swimming pools, because you're able to kind of see, you can kind of tell when there's algae forming in the pool, or when the pool's not circulating, or when there's an issue or something's go bad. If you're able to check something real quick, pass by the system. It's a very, very touchy subject, because on one side of the coin, you have customers that are paying you for a service. They hired you to do the service. Yes, you hired a company. Yes, we appreciate your business very, very much. We do everything in our power to ensure that, we service your pool. We've waited, we put on rain gear. A lot of times we do the service in the rain. We do as much as we possibly can do. But in extreme weather conditions, it's a chemical addition, and then cleaning to the next week. I think that's the way that it's got to stay. It's very tough to let customers know, because we don't know how they're going to respond. Some of them, they may say, there's some clients that'll say that, you don't come back to my pool this week, and, you don't come back at all. Wow, that's like, wow. I've had that one, and what can you say? It's tough. We don't want to lose any clients. None of us pool service providers, we want to lose clients. We don't. Our whole goal is, to build our companies and deliver great service and be honest and ethical and do our work, because we're good, honest, hard-working people. We labor. We spend our money. We come to your pool. We try to deliver the service. I think it's a very select few of us providers that don't. I think for the most part, we all do. So, again, I want you to put your comments down below. And how would you handle the situation? I think it's a very touchy subject. I think it's, how do you navigate that? These are, the waters are very turbulent. They can be or they cannot be. It all depends on the situation. I think it's how you present it professionally, how you, especially if you're writing within text messages or emails, word selection is very, very important. Very, very important. The way you word it, very, very important. If it's a phone conversation, I think it's a little bit easier, because they go based on your tone. They go based on, what you're telling them, what you're hearing. So, yeah, this is, I would really like to, let's get this, post your comments down below, and let's see, how would you guys handle this situation? So, again, thanks for listening, and hopefully everything works out for you guys in this rainy season. See you later.